Event is starting now. Let's grab this over here. Copy. Everything is just about to begin. And of course, we are about to go live. Well, we're live now. Congratulations, me. Anyways, let's go back to the Discord real quick. What should I put in for the event? What story could be read during the event? Maybe some other things could be done during the event. So, first of all, it's the Streamlabs. Okay. Let's put this in the event archive. So, let's see so far. We have the Rat King and Akrama, Punching Toucan, Nexus Null. Hey Nexus, how you doing? You wanna hop on? What's going on? Something wrong, Nexus? Something dastardly wrong. Well,
I'll just become a speaker. Cause I can.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. I just didn't expect that to be an event. 3 hours was I was working, you know?
Ah.
I'm still working.
Where are you working? What are you doing? What's your work like?
Do you want to have the short answer or the long answer?
You know what? Hit me with both.
Okay, the short answer, it's IT. The long answer is I'm writing my bachelor's thesis, and for that I'm setting up an overleaf service on my server, but the overleaf service is currently unavailable because the MongoDB server is not able to reach the Redis database that is working in the background. So I gotta fix that somehow and make it so that the you get what I mean?
No, because you were speaking too fast for me to even understand, and not only that, but this isn't my field of tech. I do not know this field of tech.
I just love that, like, two people just left. They were like, nah.
Nah,
I'm good.
I don't understand this. My brain too small.
Yeah.
Let me get out of here. Well,
That's why I usually go for the short answer, you know?
well, IT is interesting, but my experience with IT was a bunch of people who barely knew how to access even the school login. You know,
Yeah.
those people in IT at schools who you return the computer after factory resetting it, right? Because it was so fucking slow and you just didn't want to delete everything. Might as well factory reset a MacBook, you know? Who
Makes
cares?
sense.
So, apparently the school decided, yeah, this MacBook completely under the school's provision, even to the point where after factory resetting it, you're still gonna have to log on to the school to even access it. What? What the shit? So to access the OS after factory resetting, you had to go to the IT guys, and the IT guys would have put in a password and username. For example, every student actually had an ID in the system that could have unlocked the computer. Now, the password was a bit suspicious, considering it was just our names and then flipped around, if I recall correctly. That was also the username, if I recall. So if you did that, you would access the computer. The IT guys would take 3 days to do that, under the excuse of, we just need to figure out what went on with the computer. What the fuck do you mean? It's a factory reset. What are you gonna find?
Oh, you know what? The thing about IT is there's a couple people who are just lazy as fuck because they go into that field with the expectation that they don't have to do jack shit. Because IT is
Yeah.
just computers, right?
No, but all this guy had to do was type in the username, type in the password, press enter, and then suddenly the computer is good. Now just plug it in a charger and say, hey, when that guy comes back here, give him the computer. I'm leaving now. The guy had to do nothing else. They didn't even have that many computers in there. All they had was this one laptop over there that was just waiting for someone to pick up. So, and this is in a school. This was middle school, actually, so, 4 years ago? Yeah, 4 years ago. 4 or 5, I don't know. One green text of Anon working IT. But anyways, speaking of stuff like computer stuff, I actually got a GPU now.
Ooh, what kind of
GT
GPU?
Well, because I couldn't wait, I was too fucking impatient. I got a GTX 970. Basically a
Oh, okay.
1060, but you know, older.
What did you have before, or nothing at all?
I had a 3400G for the Ryzen CPU, so it had Vega 11 graphics,
Okay.
integrated GPU. You know,
Yeah.
AMD calls them APUs, Intel just calls them iGPUs. Which one's correct? What does APU even mean?
Additional graphics processing units?
Uh,
Or
what does APU mean? Auxiliary power unit. That is definitely not what that means. APU mean, oh wait, here it is. It's on the right. Accelerated processing unit.
oh, okay. I mean, is the GPU really accelerated? It's most of the time decelerated, but
Well,
has like
an
two.
integrated GPU would actually accelerate the CPU. It's just, for example, if you put out a 3400G or a 3200G, if you didn't have the iGPU, you would have a 3100G. No, a 3100, no G. G stands for graphics. You just have a 3100. So the CPU would run faster without the iGPU, but because there's an iGPU, it's basically just a CPU with a lot more focus on, you know, actually being able to use the computer without need of a
Mhm.
GPU. So it has to be accelerated. Otherwise it wouldn't otherwise the iGPU would suck. Speaking of GPUs, this fucking thing was beefy as shit. It took me a while to
Wait,
actually put it in. It's a pretty big one. I fucking hate it. It doesn't... No, I don't hate it. It's just pretty big. I wasn't expecting it to be that large.
that's
I'm
what
gonna...
she said.
I'm gonna... I was waiting for that.
Anyway, are we gonna read some stories?
I don't know. Do we have any stories to read that are actually funny and not actually good?
I don't know well, actually good stories that are not funny. Well, no.
No, no. We don't want good stories. We want funny stories. Stories that sound, look, and are stupid. For all intents and purposes, we're looking for Ruby Fix. Ruby fanfiction. Yeah, let's look there, because that has a huge mess of stupidity. Rated K through T? Now we're looking at M. Actually, yeah, let's keep K through T. Now let's go English, of course. There's a surprising amount of Gurren Jesus. What is this? The Bible
One day,
and Gurren
Gurren
Lagann. Yo, actually, that reminds me. There was a God of War and Bible crossover that I was.
What is this story? One day, Gurren Lagann Kamina died, and everyone was sad. But then there was a bright flash of light, and Jesus appeared.
Hey, Zeus appeared. We can't say Jesus anymore. That's
Oh,
racist.
well,
That's racist,
whoa,
apparently.
okay. Well,
Actually, why is it in Mexico the name Jesus is Jesus?
who knows?
They're different mythologies. Zeus isn't in the Bible. Why are you saying hey Zeus?
What the fuck is this story? Hey, Kamina, it's Jesus. What's up, said Jesus.
Hey.
Thanks, Jesus. I have returned to life.
Why?
Kamina.
You're too cool to die, said Jesus, who bumped fists with
You're
Kamina.
too cool. We bump fists.
So what do we do now, JC? We're going to kill the Nazis. We are the evil Nazis. This is retarded.
They team up to beat Hitler. We get to kill Nazis.
300 views on this work of art. Thousands of shit Naruto fix, but not one Gurren Lagann Green Lantern shows the unused this mega anime isn't. This is the highest reviewed fic is this one. They team up to beat Hitler. Who cares? Hitler dead. Anyways. Quicksilver. Quicksilver is a ship name for Mercury and Ruby Rose. That's pretty gay. What does it mean to be sentient or even alive? Can such questions even be asked if you do not possess both qualities? No. It can't. If you're not sentient or alive, you do not think. I don't know what this bio of the story is for, but it's pretty retarded. I think it's a Penny fic, which is why it has Penny at the cover and it's the electric lens. But Penny is sentient and alive, so I don't know why the bio is asking that. Well, not even bio, why the description? You're sentient and you're alive. Then Jesus didn't win World War II, the Allies did. Jesus technically lost World War II because he didn't involve himself with World War II. Penny isn't a thinking AI. Penny is sentient. Penny is an actual character. Bound by anime, not human limits. Sapient and sentient. It's the same thing. Well, yeah, animals are sentient. And that's what it's asking. It's asking, what does it mean to be sentient or even alive? Penny is sentient. Homo sapiens are different, okay? Than robots. Talking about science for thinking okay. Makes sense. I was a bit worried actually for the GTX 970 because there was 2 6-pin power I needed, power connectors.
Yeah.
I only saw one at the front of the machine, but then I unscrewed the back and shit, looked back there. Oh, here's another one I forgot to put up in the front. So I put that up in the front and connected it. Now it's in.
Yeah. GPUs are total power hogs.
Well, it is a 970, so the watts taken are probably like 170 at max, unless I overclock it. You want to know what's interesting? That I have. It has nothing to do with computers. It has to do with America. You know, California, great place to be. So says everyone. You know. Specifically, let's talk about San Francisco, because that's my problem with everyone's like perception of California. San Francisco is absolutely mental. Like, holy fuck, it's a love-hate relationship with everyone inside, and most people hate it. People shit on the streets now. The homeless are
so like India.
The homeless are put into hotels, and there are specific rules, but no one cares because they give drugs to these people anyways. They literally give these people drugs. The homeless borders on the most of in San Francisco because San Francisco is a place where homeless are sent. Then you have the thefts. Anything under $950, you can take that off the shelf. The police, the cashier, they do jack shit.
Fuck.
Like, what the fuck? How the fuck do people think this is a good city? Like, it used to be, I understand that, but it isn't now. Alright, Professor Arc, it's a coer, whatever. But, like, everyone's like, San Francisco's so great. It's not anymore. It happened because of the politics. Specifically that it's a democratic place, so it'll take a lot of values from Democrats, and it takes so many that this happens. It's an extreme Democratic approach. I understand being more central-aligned Democrat, because that makes sense. But this extremity is why California, in San Francisco specifically, sucks. But, like, so many people will go argue and berate you online for saying, yeah, San Francisco, not what it really is everyone's talking about. It has so many good places it used to, but it's not good. Okay, the main complaint about San Francisco before 2019 and 2018 San Francisco game. I think I recall one, but I forgot what it was called. Yeah, I recall that game. I've played it before. I forgot what it was called. I used to have it on PS3. But anyway, so we have all of these homeless coming in. The fact that the buildings are so expensive to even get rent $3,500 a month. Like, what the shit? I understand it's a good city, but it's also a gold handcuff. It'll keep you in the city, and it's gonna be very expensive to get out. It takes $100 to get in, $2,000 to get out, I think. So it's really just a tourist trap. Like, that's all it is. And everyone's like, oh, but it's so good. Have they even lived there? Most of these people just visited. And then the people who do live there are brainwashed. They're only keeping to one section of the city. Yo, it's gotten to such a point, I got called, my state was called a shithole. Here in Kansas, well, apparently Kansas is a shithole. A fucking shithole Kansas is. I don't recall anything in Kansas being that bad. Like, sure, if you go, to Salina, maybe. Salina's not the best city here. Does Kansas have gangs? Not that I know of. I've never seen a fucking gang. The only thing I've seen is a few, like, a couple homeless people. But homeless people exist everywhere, and Kansas doesn't have a majority of them. Rent's not too bad. Overall, I only have experience on, like, 3 parts of Kansas. I've been to Kansas City, not Kansas City, Missouri, Kansas City, Kansas. I've also been to Kansas City, Missouri, actually. I don't know why I said not Kansas City, Missouri. I've been to both. I've been to Lawrence. Of course, I live in Topeka, so capital of Kansas. Topeka isn't even that good. I'm gonna be real. Topeka, despite being the capital of Kansas, not even the best city. The best city in Kansas is Kansas City or Wichita. One of the two. Dodge City's also pretty good, though. But a shithole Kansas is not. Most of the laws here are acceptable. And all the people here, we talk very little. And if... Yo, what's up? How you doing? Maybe I should turn this public. An event channel public, you know? That might be nice, having more people. But then Sterling would get upset. Oh, you have so many people here. They keep going in and trolling everyone. Yeah, but it also gave us a shit ton of more people who actually stuck around, which is pretty nice, you know? Let's look at this, for descent. Desperate times come for desperate measures. As winter schnee, Manasu enlists the aid of former childhood friend and the infamous Adam Taurus. What? Childhood friend? How the fuck is a Shinny a childhood friend with a faunus, like, extremist, like Adam Taurus? I guess that's just part of the story now. By Undead... That's a nice name. I wonder how Nexus is doing.
I'm here. I'm just trying to figure out which story we're reading.
I'm just searching for stories.
Oh, okay.
He takes his hate love with dust attacks. What? What? I don't understand what boy just said. Adam? No, he doesn't use dust attacks. Like, Adam has dust on his sword, yes, but it's only fire dust, and the other thing that he has is just dust bullets. Oh! No, yeah, he attacks dust shipments. Discount Samurai Boy? No, Discount Samurai Boy is a person who wields a bow and has a wakizashi. That's a discount samurai. Uh, Adam Taurus is not a discount samurai because he doesn't follow anything samurai-like. Yato wasn't very discount anime samurai. I'd say discount anime Shinigami from Bleach, you know? But then again, everything in Ruby is discount whatever. It doesn't matter, they just look cool. That's all you have to worry about. And you can't tell me that Bleach fights and some of the Ruby fights are bad. Ruby fights are comparable to Bleach fights, in my opinion. Before Volume 3, of course. Like, in the middle of Volume 3, Pyrrha's fights, beautiful, magnificent. Afterwards, the fights kind of disappear. No fights anymore, we just suck now. Which is more filler? Bleach. Bleach has way more filler. Like, holy shit, the amount of filler. Ruby's filler is like 2 episodes. Maybe an entire season, maybe the entirety of Volume 4. But aside from that, no filler. No need. They at least got that right. Don't use so much filler that it fucking bores you. Bleach has so much filler that you could go around the entire list and you'll find at least 42 episodes. All filler. It's not good. It's just not good. There's too much. It's like Naruto. I couldn't watch Naruto because the graphics sucked ass. I'm gonna be real. Like, holy shit, I did not like the animation. It was so bad. Graphics, yeah. The details on the animation, meh. Yes, animation is graphics. I did not like the designs. Maybe later they're good, I don't know, but at the beginning kind of just stirred me away. Plot needs to be redone? Yeah, on Naruto maybe. Well, anyway, so regardless, let's find a story to, Please check the video resolution. The current resolution is not optimal. Oh god. Hold on. Let's go to output.
Wait, now that you have a dedicated graphics card, couldn't you use...
I'm using the NVENC encoder, yes.
Okay.
That's one of the first things I did. There were actually 2, and I didn't know that. There was an NVENC encoder new and NVENC encoder old. So I tried to research on that subject, and I just went with NVENC encoder new because apparently NVENC encoder new is just more performance. Maybe not as good quality, but no one really knows. No one really cares. The quality improvements are going to happen with, you know, GTX 1660, RTX, stuff like that. I don't have any of those, so I don't really care. Why would I use NVENC old when NVENC new is just better performance anyways?
It makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually did read the last chapter of Fate and Time, but I do not, like... That's 101 chapters. 101, if I recall. Let me check that. Hold on. Let's go to Fate and Time. 101 chapters. It's 624,000 words. Like, holy shit. Parcacious does not fool around when writing. The guy is basically the co-heir of Fate fandom, okay? He's the co-heir of the Nasuverse. Well, not really the Nasuverse. He doesn't do Tsukihime, but... Or Karak no Kayak, whatever the fuck. Lord of the Fate fandom. Lord doesn't put at least 2 chapters every week. Parcacious is a madman like that. Parcacious writes 2 chapters for 2 different stories every fucking week.
Wow.
Every 3 to 4 days, I've noticed. Yeah, sometimes 4. The guy clearly has a job, but somehow he's doing all this shit. I think he's just starting to use Patreon now, instead of actually going to work, because he has that many people. Parcacious made an actual story, an actual book. I don't really like it, to be honest. I didn't like the. It didn't catch my attention. From what I've seen of the description, it kind of seems like a copy of Fate and Time. Well, not Fate and Time. It's just a copy of Shiro Emiya as a character. And yeah, that's cool and all, but like, couldn't he have made at least a actual character? A lot of people's issues with Parcacious boils down to the fact that he just powers up Shiro in most of the fandoms. Well, of course he does. He's not using Emiya. Shiro can't fight Harabel, okay? Unless Shiro gains, the powers of a hollow, he cannot fight Harabel, so that's what he gained. He gained the powers of a hollow. So, that's how that worked. And in the DXD, Holy Man of Church Creek, he had to have a reason to make Shiro fucking ridiculous as hell. Well, the thing is, Shiro can beat the entirety of DXD, I think. Like, one Unlimited Blade Works can kill Great Red. 50 Shades is a copy of Twilight? No, I don't. No. That'd be ridiculous. I'm pretty sure 50 Shades is also not a copy of Twilight. 50 Shades of Grey, a copy of Twilight. I've never heard that before. Mostly because it's probably untrue. Anyways, Shiro in a Holy Man of Church Creek is infused with Angra Mainyu and the God of DXD. I'm gonna be honest, with Angra Mainyu alone, Shiro could have stomped the entire verse. DXD's not that powerful. The only thing... Yeah, Huntsman of Red V2 is good. My only problem is that, unlike the other series he does, Shiro's a fucking servant now. Like, why? He doesn't need that power-up. He stomps the verse even in his Unlimited Blade Works end route phase. At that point, there's no one in the entirety of RWBY who can contest him. Even the gods kind of get fucked by a reality marble. Their greatest feat is shattering part of the moon. That's nowhere near as good of a feat as throwing the entirety of conceptual weapons that can kill gods. The Fate ending. No, the Fate ending only gives him Caliburn. The Fate ending is basically Archer with Caliburn. And less experience. So, he has to go... the epilogue of Fate... Well, at that point, he's a heroic spirit. He's become a servant. So, yeah. He surpasses Unlimited Blade Works in Heaven's Feel at that point. He went the Emiya route anyways, so it does become a spirit, a heroic spirit. I guess you could say he's the strongest then, but the strongest Emiya is Archer Emiya, so there's like no one else who can compete there. But he's cheating. Anyways, let's find a shitty fic. Come on, boys and girls, let's find a shitty fic. Alright, so, all the difference in the worlds. The right man, John Arc, he finds himself in the wrong place. RWBY, Skyrim, Fallout, EXO. Jesus Christ! Fallout, Skyrim, RWBY. Why? Why do you need to make them all combine? The passion we hide together. Who are these hot people she's with? RWBY was hiding something. Yang was desperate to find out. Hot people. What is Yang going around? Okay, is RWBY a slut in that? The passion we hide together. Rebirth Adventures of Cardin Winchester. Except smut. No, that's why I removed M rating. I deleted it from existence. No. Questionable questing is too much smut. It's ridiculous how much smut it does have. Alright, so, Beyond Destiny, Fate is Twisted, stuck in a... You know, some of these descriptions don't tell a lot of what's going on. What is with stuck in a distant time with no knowledge of current events? What is a simple knight to do? What would the queen do? Tinker of Fiction, Ruby Fic. I don't like the Tinker of Fiction. Also, we need to find something that we can make fun of. That's too easy of a thing. I don't know why you'd even need Tinker of Fiction in Ruby. Just give somebody Armsmaster's power and they fucking obliterate the verse. Come on, bro. You don't need this shit. Weight of a name. When nice. Yeah, Ruby doesn't have a high power level. The highest power levels come from the gods. And the gods are kinda ridiculous. I mean, they do... Nanothorn? No, because they have Aura. Aura kinda no-sells the Nanothorn. But you don't... But... Here's the thing about Armsmaster. Nanothorn isn't his greatest weapon. His greatest weapon is the fact that he can build. It's why Minecraft Steve is so powerful. Minecraft Steve builds ridiculous enchantment tables that empower his sword to knock motherfuckers 400 meters away. The Celestial Forge fic by the Italian man. You know what? Fucking, why not? Let's go. What was it again? My New Life? What was it? It was My New Life? Okay. Warning, the author barely understands English. Okay. So, what chapter were we on? 2? Grigne from the hit anime Eye of Argon. Anyways. Chapter 2. He takes Taylor on some kind of date, then he... the trio.
Wait, isn't Taylor like 15?
Yes, and this guy's 17. Don't ask.
Okay. Alright.
On about his car. His car. Where's his car? Car. Let's search car. Car. My custom Narnia to build super fast cars! Danny's car. You know what? Currently, the car has undergone several racing modifications that are mechanically hidden. Maybe I can go by the name Daniel Morales and start participating in legal racing to make some money. Or become a cab driver and help the local police with crimes. But where do I find a bumbling cop police inspector living with his widowed mother who needs a genius driver? In addition to my secret job as a mechanic... Alright. I became a kind of housewife in the Herbert family. After the first night of sleep, when I arrived in the kitchen to make breakfast, I had a new perk. Servant. Not the kind of servant waifu from the Nazareth, but the classic domestic servant. An advantage that makes me the perfect British butler. This guy's full of himself already, and all he's become is a butler. I was expecting something more technological or aesthetic, but being able to perform all sorts of household chores and maintenance work is something that is useful in everyday life. After an awkward but tasty 5-star looking breakfast, I ended up preparing all of the Herbert's meals and began to repair the house, starting with the famous rotten step. Danny needs to find himself a new woman or take antidepressants. If it wasn't for poor Taylor doing what she can with household chores, I'm sure this house would fall apart. Luckily, I'm here now to fix it up piece by piece. I talked about this last time, but I hate this fanon that Danny does nothing. Taylor is the one who does nothing. I don't know where people got the idea that Danny is so fucking throwing himself to everything. The thing is, Danny's taking care of Taylor in every way. He's helping Taylor every part he can. Taylor does jack shit. Not only is Taylor not telling Danny anything, Danny's basically just watching his daughter waste away, and he knows it. It's not like he doesn't know it. Danny knew it the entirety of Worm. He was just hoping it would go away. That if he didn't. It's ridiculous. Why does everyone hate Danny anyways? Danny's such a cool character. He's an actually good parent. But nobody likes good parents in media. That's why they make them all bad parents. Speaking of bad parents, this isn't really about bad parents that people think are bad parents but are actually good ones. I watched the Jason Lives yesterday for the 6th time. Jason Lives is part 6 of Friday the 13th. In it, Tommy Jarvis meets, I forgot her name already, and her dad is a sheriff. The sheriff thinks Tommy Jarvis is Jason because he was screaming about how Jason had returned and shit, you know? It's a good assumption, especially since the murders are happening again and he's the only one who seems to know where Jason is and who Jason is and why Jason's back. But I'm pretty sure people think that cop is an idiot. Teenage rebellion stories require bad parents. No, they don't. Teenage rebellion stories only require a stupid teenager, which is what Worm is. It doesn't need to have a bad parent or bad authorities. All it needs to have is incompetence from any authority figure, and then it just needs to shove it on everything else. And it only needs a parent who is not always there, who has reasons for not being there. And, of course, the most spoiled brat in all of existences. Which is how Worm is a fucking teenage rebellion attracting story. Anyways, Nixus, how you doing?
I'm here.
You doing good, bro?
Yep.
Congratulations, bro. Anyways, I was expecting something more technological or aesthetic, but being able to perform all sorts of household chores and maintenance work is something that is useful in everyday life. After an perhaps it is a waste of time renovating a house that is in danger of being destroyed in the next few months by a giant monster. But I need to be busy, otherwise my mind begins to think about bad and depressing things. Plus, I can't defeat organized crime with a fast car and attitude as a fearless boy. No matter what the action movies say, a cool car, ash, determination, and attitude won't stop the criminals, especially the parahumans of this city. Certainly, I have the highest quality magic circuits. Fucking finally, he's actually realizing he has magic power. But he's probably gonna go, oh, but that won't do anything. But so far, using Magecraft, I've been managed to scan and improve simple tools and appliances, as well as find a way to break eggs on command. A little overloaded reinforcement is a great trick in the kitchen. In the name of Kasha, I have become Shiro Emiya. Shiro Emiya makes 5-star meals without Magecraft. You have not become Shiro Emiya, you've become a wannabe. Not only that, but the fact that you've been able to improve simple tools and appliances and don't realize how a poster becoming basically steel is a fucking amazing ability, especially against parahumans, and the fact that you can explode anyone by touching them, you know, overflowing them with reinforcement, they will explode. Mysteries on Magecraft. Well, here's how Mystery works. Mystery works off of the entire world. If like, somebody has found a way to make space travel possible, congratulations, space travel is now possible. Magecraft doesn't care. What you're thinking of is true magic. Magecraft only cares about how many practitioners of Magecraft there are. Magecraft has already turned from true magic into Magecraft because of the science. You really don't weaken it by more science, because that's not how it works. Science grows. Magecraft just kind of sits there and lessens over time as people trinkle to the Magecraft. A true magic is different, and I highly doubt anything in this Celestial Forge is going to be able to make something like the Kaleidoscope achievable, so Interdimensional travel does not yeet the kaleidoscope into Magecraft. The kaleidoscope is way more than that. The kaleidoscope is in such a position that it will never become Magecraft, for the simple fact that the kaleidoscope can alter which timelines are canon and which ones aren't. The kaleidoscope operates on a narrational level, so that's why it can't become Magecraft. Heaven's Feel could become Magecraft, but only in Fate Stay Night, where, you know, the soul, it can grab souls from the root as long as they don't go fully through the process. The first, we don't know what it is, so it might become Magecraft from creationism, but as long as you require to do something to make something, well then it's not the first. The fifth, though, is entropy manipulation. Don't ask me how you're supposed to make that into a Magecraft, because I don't fucking know. Maybe remove entropy. But its power isn't about removing entropy or negating it. Its power is about shifting the goalpost of an entropy. Basically like causing entropy to happen way earlier or way later. Basically just manipulating when entropy will happen by using entropy. Don't ask me how the fuck that works. The blue is a weird-ass fucking magic. It also has time travel capabilities, so does the kaleidoscope. The kaleidoscope also has time travel capabilities. Zelrich doesn't use them, but who cares? Anyways, a weird, cute kid with a hero complex. When did this guy get a hero complex? Hold up, what? Also, I'm thirsty. Let me grab another bottle of water. Seriously, though, when did he get a hero complex? What the fuck? I do not recall a single bit this guy got a hero complex. Just suddenly came out of nowhere, huh? Punch you in the gut and say, ha! Wasn't he gonna yeet the city and their problems? No, I thought he was gonna abandon the city. Wasn't that his entire first chapter? Fuck this life, man. I'm getting out of here. Why does he have a hero complex all of a sudden? Novice Magus, you're not even a novice. Novice implies you have any training in it. You've passed the basics. A novice Magus would have already obliterated your ass. They already know advanced spells with fire manipulation. Shiro isn't a novice Magus. Yeah, but he's talking about himself as well. He's comparing himself to Shiro Emiya. So these things that Shiro has, he's saying he does. And he is. And Shiro isn't a novice Magus either. Shiro is a spellcaster. He's not a novice Magus because he can't be a Magus. Like, he's below novice. Obsessed with housework and fixing things. Shiro isn't obsessed with it. I don't know why people think he is, but he's not. He just does it because it's something that makes him happy. It's like cooking and cleaning. You can be calm during that. You get calmed down under it. It's just something he likes doing. Stuck on a path that will get him into a lot of trouble. Except that's false, given what we've seen of Prisma Ilia. If Shiro really still wanted to help people, he doesn't have to go through all of this ridiculous bullshit of the Holy Grail War. He didn't have to do that at all. He wasn't even going to be forced into it. If he just ignored it and helped people as he could, he still wouldn't have gotten into a lot of trouble. The reason why he got into a lot of trouble is because you have to deal with family stuff, Nexus? That's fine, man. Adios, my good brother. My brethren. Chill. But anyways. And all that's missing is an incompetent adult. Again, Taiga is not an incompetent adult. She is a fucking Yakuza princess. She has terrified literally every opponent she has faced in Kendo. No one even comes close to Taiga. in all of sword fighting national championships, the entire world. The Shiki, Ryugi, and Taiga would tie if they fought each other. Skill only. Sword versus sword or knife. Taiga is not incompetent. And an abused younger girl who loves me. Danny is an incompetent and Taylor is an abused younger girl. I'm a fucking parody of Shiro! Yeah, Waver and Taiga met in the Fourth Grail War when Taiga was in high school. Waver, the reason why Taiga became an English teacher is actually tied to that. Iskandar said he was an English translator, and that Waver didn't know English or Japanese or whatever the fuck. I forgot. Waver knew English, but not Japanese. There we go. So, Iskandar translated it all to Japanese to Taiga. Taiga thought Waver was cute, and small, because he was like a midget. Very underdeveloped boy. Waver got really tall later. I don't know how the fuck he did that, but he did. But yeah, that inspired Taiga. And also, it's not Fate Stay Night that Taiga saved the world 3 times. It was Fate Zero. It was during the night that Iskandar and Waver met Taiga. She did it all on complete accident. A meteor changed course. There was a evil Supermaster Magus in the city that was discovered because of her actions. And there was I think the Holy Grail would have been way worse if she wasn't there. Actually, I forgot what the third one was, but I think that might have been it. At least before I sacrifice for the world, I will definitely have sex with a cute girl, preferably one who is not Taylor. Calls Taylor cute, and is also trying to have sex with a cute girl. Wow, what a fucking horny bastard. Speaking of Taylor, I'm making progress with her. Nothing romantic, but slowly she's opening up with me. This guy says he doesn't want to bang Taylor, but here he is trying to get his 3 fucking hearts on her. Like, what the shit? This isn't a dating game. What are you doing? Stop acting as if this is a dating simulator. As they say, small steps, then you walk, finally you run. After 5 days, we're not best friends or brothers in anything but blood. You can't be brothers at all. She's a woman. This isn't a brotherhood. It's also not a sisterhood. You're not an assassin, nor are you a knight. Taking into account Taylor's social circle for her, I am without a doubt the closest thing she has to a friend. This guy also completely forgets Taylor used to have a lot of good friends, specifically because of Emma. Then Emma turned into a massive bitch, mediocre in potential, and now this is happening. Yes, he's Taylor's cousin. Don't ask why he's doing the Alabama. They might be distantly related. Incredibly distantly related. Who knows? Maybe Danny's brother was adopted. That's not a problem with Italy. Yeah, and this guy's Italian, so who cares? He probably doesn't know any of the American laws, but he surely knows his. However, the number of times she's gotten nervous when I talk about computers, technology, movies, comics, heroes is dwindling. People don't care about comics in Worm. Except Uber and Lee, and even then, they're just memorabilia at that point. Marvel had died. Marvel's dead, and Marvel and DC Comics are both dead. Why did I say DC Comics? Detective Comics comics. He won't be cousins genetically. I'm pretty sure I see her smile when I stand next to her and talk to her about what I've fixed in the house. I'm gonna be honest, if this guy can somehow bag Taylor, why didn't Greg get Taylor? Why did Taylor not choose to fuck Greg? Let's be real here. This guy is basically Greg at this point. He talks a shit ton about computers, technology as well. And he's, well, you know, obviously not like everyone else. Greg looks like he's a member of the E88. Greg isn't too nervous to talk to Taylor. In canon, Greg talks to her a bunch. She just ignores what he's saying. Greg's only fearful of the idiots. When he goes up to her, hey, do you want to hear about Superman? No. Oh, okay, thanks, bye. Damn, I'm so smooth. Yeah, Taylor is a cold bitch. If it was so easy to get her to open up in 5 days, she would have been dating Greg. She would have been best friends or dating Greg. Greg had put how many days into talking to her? A shit ton. Like, he's one of her only friends in school. And she doesn't even see him as a friend because she's that much of a bitch. Actual asshole. For someone who supposedly is better than bully, she acts like a bully to Greg by ignoring his existence, reducing his self-esteem. Probably more than the people who pick on him. The one person he wants to talk to doesn't want anything to do with him. Kind of asshole-ish, don't you think? A weak smile, but sincere and adorable. I am currently cleaning dishes while Taylor is reading a book, and Danny is doing some accounting calculations on several sheets of paper. He's the fucking head of hiring. He doesn't do accounting. That is not his job. His job has nothing to do with accounting. In fact, he probably has an accountant to help him with this. He doesn't do it. Maybe I don't show it, but I'm a little frustrated. Don't show it, bro. You literally, the first thing you said to these people was, fuck this, I'm out of here. That's pretty much what you said to them. It's not a literal thing what you said. I forgot what you said, but you were like, fuck this, I'm out of here in the most sophisticated, asshole-ish way ever. You basically said, you guys are idiots, and I'm gonna get out of this hellhole because I don't want to be dead. Like, congratulations, asshole. Yeah, and his thoughts. For some unknown reason, the Celestial Forge hasn't given me new gifts in the last few days, and I don't like that. Yeah, probably because you're an absolute asshole. You probably think of the most depraved shit whenever this story isn't writing what you're thinking about. How can I save the world if I don't have the right tools? By being a better person, starting off. Next up, actually doing something interesting. I know! Who would have thought that the Celestial Forge... He called Danny a yeah. And they don't even get mad at him for some fucking reason. I swear, if you told that to anyone else in Brockton Bay, they would have looked at you and said, motherfucker, shut the fuck up. What do you know? Genuine dicks. Genuine dicks, you know? It continues to accumulate energy, but such an incredibly slow rate to be considered null. For somebody who's so really wanting the Celestial Forge, you're saying a slow rate is null? This guy's never seen an experience bar. It might mean that I need to do something more exciting and stimulating instead of staying at the Hebert's house, being a maid or housekeeper by day and a car mechanic by night. Worm powers are sentient. In order to get valuable data, they push their hosts into conflict, as well as drive them insane in some way or form. In my case, does my power regard me as some kind of pet, or as if I was some kind of television show for its private enjoyment? Should I do something interesting to get more power, or try to talk to them, him or her? Don't bother talking to the Celestial Forge. Please. Talking with my powers is such a thing, at least possible. I have nothing to lose if I try. Putting the dishes away, I leave the kitchen and go to the bathroom. I've seen enough movies. If my reflection starts talking, it means I've gone crazy, or my powers can communicate with me. He does not have the passenger like Joe does. Good thing, too. This guy's passenger would have been a horny piece of shit, too. Mr. Celestial Forge, I am happy to be chosen to get the privilege of wielding such a power. The environment is not perfect. Marvel and DC would have been better in so many ways, but I can work with it. Well, it's because the passenger's annoying. I don't like the passenger, they didn't like the passenger. The passenger was boring. Absolute annoyance. Anyways, Marvel and DC would have been better. You would have died in either of those. Both of them. He is a patron. Bruh. Patron. I can't work if you don't give me the materials. Long story short, what would you like me to do in exchange for a small gift? I can leave the house and maybe take Taylor to the mall, buy an ice cream and some nice clothes. Yeah, Dormammu kicks his ass in Marvel, and Darkseid just murders him in DC before he even gets to the Earth. What am I doing? I'm talking to myself in a bathroom that needs cleaning. Danny, for Cybertron's sake, you're no longer allowed to eat beans for dinner. What? Danny eats beans for dinner. When? Why? Why? Aren't you making their food? So you're the one who's giving him beans for dinner? Thus it's your fault? They put in beans! Beans! I love So Yummy. Forget it. My powers that are maybe all alive and watching me won't give me anything if I take Taylor out for fun. I stopped talking because I got a small gift from the Celestial Forge. A wallet and or card. Credit with $10,000 inside. Every month I will receive the same amount. A monthly allowance. What are the odds that my powers that be are actually Taylor fanboys and want me to help her to the best of my ability? I asked myself, incredulous that my crazy idea worked. Maybe I didn't receive anything exotic, but $10,000 every month is something very worthwhile. If I ask her to give me a tour of the city and treat her to a nice dinner and a movie... The Celestial Forge's core activated again, throwing a nice amount of energy into benefits coming from the tour reverse. Wait, hold up. Did he just roll twice? Did he? Did he fucking roll twice out of nowhere? What was with the point of, oh, it's taking forever for a single charge? This dude rolled twice, he got 2 things. He delaying all his roll. What the shit? What? Even though his rules say immediately, bruh. Money, a lot of money! Followed by a pass for luxury hotels, cute clothes, eternal beauty. What the fuck? Cute clothes, eternal beauty, pass for luxury hotels, like those exist in Brockton Bay, and the power of Esper to bring out the sparks. What the fuck? Does this dude just get a superpower up for no reason? What the shit? What happened here? Eternal beauty, this dude just suddenly changed forms, changed appearance out of nowhere now. This is a joke for when I compared myself to Shiroemi. No, this is a joke for when I compared myself to Shiroemi. I was saying that Sakura Mateo and Taylor Hebert are similar. You know what? I'm going to change my clothes. Let's talk about it later. Why does he put a quotation mark? Was he actually speaking in a third person? No, he's first person, but was he actually speaking all that shit out loud? What type of idiot is this? People don't go, oh, I got the role and now I have achieved great power. I am now eternally beautiful. I am a very good and intelligent man now. I am now a spur. This motherfucker goes up to his mirror and probably tries to practice his vocal cords. Like, if you're gonna practice your vocal cords, practice them anywhere else. You don't need the mirror. Let the other people in the bathroom, if you live with them. Why the fuck are you going in front of the mirror anyways? You have entire spaces to do that. Just use your voice. That's what you're training, after all. I said, hoping my words would stop being heard by the force behind my powers. I want to be the greatest inventor, blacksmith, tinker, or genius in the world. Not a cute boy or the ideal boyfriend for teenage girls. Bro, the ideal boyfriend for teenage girls used to fucking be Justin Bieber. Should I tell you how fucking simple that is? Why would you not want to look better than Justin Bieber? Explain. He might hear you. He can't hear me. Captain Price killed him, alright? That's an Ihugany reference, if you don't know what that is. This fic was written by an AI. Bro, if it was written by an AI, it would make much more sense. I take the cosmic key out of my pocket and go to Pocket Space to grab the new credit card. I decide to put on my new magical clothes, which repair themselves automatically, as well as change shape. Hold on. Yeah, let me grab the event archive stream. I'm gonna send this to more people. I need more viewers. I need more! There's not enough, ever. The more there are, the better it is. Yo, is Web Zane here, actually? It's still a cringe story. We're still reading it. Actually, I'll be right back, too. I gotta do something right now. Hold on. I'll be, like, 40 seconds. Okay.
That was kind of cringe story. It's not bad, the skim. It would be legit impressive then. Unfortunately, some AI fics are better than this. Like, they are legit hilarious.
Had to stop ringing of a Forge of Stars because it was kind of irritating me for some... Makes sense. He only got 10,000 pixels, a million a month. Read this at some point. Okay. Bro, wait, hold up. POV narrator. I guess there's a narrator. I take the cosmic key out of my pocket and go to the Pocket Space to grab my new credit card. Credit card, comma. POV, he's gotta do something. Yeah, he does. He has to do something. What is he doing? Why? Why? I decide to put on my new magical clothes. Hold on. Let's pop out chat. No. Let's just move something so I don't... You know what? Clothes. Just clothes. Wait, what the shit? There we go. I can now see the live chat, I can also see the event channel, and now I can see the story at the same time! My power is infinite! I decided to put on my new magical clothes, which repair themselves automatically, by the way, as well as change shape and remove dirt and stains from this. You don't need to say that! Just say repair themselves automatically. You don't need to go as well as change shape and remove dirt and stains from themselves. You want to know what this is reminding me of? Kitchen Gun! POV. Narrator. 15 minutes later, the Celestial Forge user has come down the stairs. He's wearing a black coat with a long tail on the right side and a collar on the larger left. What? Where? My OCD is acting up. What is he wearing? He sounds like he's wearing stupidity. There's a blue brassard. What the fuck is a brassard? On the left bicep of the capote. What is a capote? Underneath the coat, he wears a tattered dark blue shirt. Holmes's hands are covered by dark black gloves, and he's wearing a pair of jeans with military-style combat boots. He's wearing jeans and then combat boots, military style. You mean to tell me this guy has no idea of fashion? He turned into an eternal beauty and has no idea how to make himself look fashionable. An arm beater worn around the upper arm refers to an item. Okay, so like military design. Okay. Why is he wearing one? If he was trying to look anime, he wouldn't have jeans on. He'd have like suit pants, dress pants, you know? Eternal. When I thought of what you described an armlet or brassard, I immediately thought of the Nazi rag around the arm. You know, I didn't think of that. Okay. But why is he wearing one? What's the point? What, is it to symbolize something? Something cool? No, it's probably just to make him sound stupider. Holmes, are you feeling alright? You've been in the bathroom for some time. Last night's beans didn't go so well. Danny asked, a little worried about Holmes' gut health, before noticing his nephew's new clothes. This is the moment where you start the troubled teenage rebellion or dream of becoming a rock star, muttered Danny after seeing his nephew dress up as a fucking retarded disabled military man wannabe. He has military boots. He has a fucking signature thing, to an emblem or something on one of his arms. His collar on the suit, on the coat, doesn't even align, which is pretty stupid. It doesn't. I don't know why it doesn't align on both sides, but I guess he hates OCD people. Then he also has jeans. Fucking jeans. And black gloves. What type of black gloves? Is he wearing some of those big, thick, puffy black gloves? Or is he wearing those very thin, good black gloves? Yeah, and this isn't one of those places that are actually good. And even then, OCD still hates... people who have OCD still hate asymmetry. Because it's asymmetry. This guy's going around with something even worse than just asymmetry. He's going around looking like a complete wannabe jackass. Wait, not even a wannabe. He is a jackass. He fucking roasts Danny the entire first chapter. Hoping his hitherto eccentric and quiet working nephew hasn't started to fall off the straight and narrow. In the bathroom, I had a revelation! Harold announced, gaining the attention of both Danny and Taylor. What kind of revelation can you get in a bathroom? Taylor asked, taking her nose out of the Lord of the Rings book. If I'm going to live in a city controlled by murderous Asian gangs, extreme Nazis, and dull drug addicts, I can't dress like the good rich kid. What the shit is he doing? Is he trying to make an entire fucking speech? What the fuck? Drag addicts. Wait, what? He says drug, not drag, okay? But he certainly dresses drag. So I changed my look to some kind of casual punk, high-class punk, or Victorian punk. No, you didn't. You changed your design to wannabe military man. People are gonna be looking at you and they're gonna think, this motherfucker belonged in World War II. What is he doing stepping out of his pages? They're not gonna be looking at you like a punk. Because, quite simply, punks don't dress like you do. Punks have piercings. You don't have any. Punks have makeup and shit as well, dependent on gender. You don't have any. Your eyes aren't black. You're not going to a rock star museum. You don't have any of that shit. You just have a... If I had a monocle or walking stick, my costume would be complete. No, it wouldn't. If you had a monocle and walking stick, it wouldn't even line up with what you're wearing. What is he talking about? Has this guy never been to a fashion show? This motherfucker is thinking a monocle would make him look better. No, it'd make him look even more stupid. Monocles go on the extremely rich suit and tie motherfuckers. They don't go on the people who wear coats. Also, I doubt people are going to be robbing somebody who's wearing a monocle. Unless it's the merchants. They'd just be like, damn, that's some guy who really wants people to fool people he's rich. But I'll settle for the umbrella. Holmes explained, pulling out an old umbrella that belonged to Danny's father, and then proceeded to take several modeling positions. Is this fashion in Italy? Is this what people dress up like in Italy? Is it really that dumb? It's about as souls going around in a Superman costume. No one else is that eccentric. Yeah, not in Brockton Bay. Taylor oddly turns all red from her cousin's fashion presentation, murmuring under her breath. Either Holmes all of a sudden looks like a prettier, more handsome boy than before. I like the bad boy look. I'm pretty sure somebody edited the appearance. How is this a bad boy look, and why is Taylor suddenly turned on by her cousin? Why is she admitting it out loud, anyways? Murmuring under her breath. She's still speaking it. People can still hear her. Horny. 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 You has been cased of horny. Taylor likes the big, beefy look, though. Yeah, that's why she dated Gru. Excuse me? Hold on, let me look at the stream. Yeah, you can see the Discord. You can also see this story. This guy needs to go to horny jail. Bunk! Horny jail with you! Was that too loud or not? I need to know if the mic didn't either picked it up shittily or Taylor's in reality a 50 billion year old vampire, so it's not underage or weird at all. Wait, it is underage because this guy is 17. Also 17 dating a 15, completely fine, I don't care. As long as they don't have sex. Because then you run into the age of consent. Here in Kansas it's 16 years old, but I don't know where Brockton Bay is located. I know it's below Boston, so yeah. If it's just in her style and you don't want to join a gang, you can wear whatever you want. Blue looks great on you, said Danny, even a dull man like him. Dull man like him? Bro, you think he can't recognize fashion? This is the head of hiring. This guy knows his fashion. He knows what looks good and what doesn't. He kind of has to. He isn't gonna hire some guy who looks like he's fucking coming from bumfuck nowhere. The guy has to have at least the decency to dress up in a suit. Danny's not gonna be a fucking bumfuck. He's not a bumfuck. Why the fuck is this guy hating on Danny? See, Emperor Death of Murder Mountain. Yeah, this fashion really doesn't seem bad at all. Well, like, not like a bad boy. It looks terrible. Like, if somebody decided to completely replicate this fashion sense in 2021, I would punch them in the nose for absolutely hurting my eyes with how bad they look. Victorian era fashion from JoJo's high fashion. Bro, JoJo characters look retarded. I'm gonna be real. I don't like their designs. But this motherfucker needs to go in the blender. Okay. Even a dull man like him can recognize that his nephew dressed in blue is a real heartbreaker. Heartbreaker. Heartbreaker! Yeah, Garment would strangle this guy, but that's why he's not gonna get Garment. Garment would obliterate him. Instead, he's just gonna NSFW Garment. No big deal. Tay-Tay, I choose you! It's your turn to get dressed and accompany me! He says in his Superman pose. Holmes said, making a reference to Pokemon, which died out in Worm, pointing the umbrella at Taylor and giving him a pet nickname. We know Pokemon died out in Worm because Uber and Leet don't care about it. They basically don't mention it. Nintendo probably died in Worm. The reason why Mario and Sonic can get, like, they still exist is because, well, I'm pretty sure they're older than Pokemon is. Regardless. It's supposed to be stylish and fashionable. And an exited kid. I don't know why he sounds like he's an exited kid. Pointing the umbrella at Taylor and giving him a pet nickname. Taylor is now a boy, guys. Instead of being a woman, Taylor is now a boy. Boy. What? Taylor said, surprised by a normally cute cousin's statement about her. Wait, so they can't tell that Holmes just some... Wait, why does Holmes' eternal beauty actually just change? Like, there's no difference, wouldn't there? He looks like he's part of the E88, so he doesn't have Danny's genetics. Which leads to the theory that Danny's brother that he comes from is indeed adopted. But he looks like King fucking Arthur. Eternal beauty, he already has that. She was lazing around the house in her PJs. Or, better yet, she was wearing nothing at all. Because, yes, that is totally what what people do in their homes. With people in them. Anyways. Tay-Tay, Danny muttered, repeating Taylor's pet nickname. Today is Friday. We are young people and need to go out and celebrate. This is some Starfire vibes right here. We are teenagers who need to burn youth while we still can. Holmes explained, making exaggerated gestures with his hands. It's only 3 in the afternoon, a little early to be out clubbing. Danny asked. Asked? What the fuck do you mean asked? Danny said, raising an eyebrow, not too sure what Holmes wants to. I don't like to fly at night. The moon devours the best of reason. The dark releases the dark soul of people. I want under the bright sun that cleanses the soul. What Holmes explained using his artist's language. Harold, you can say what you wish to without using poems or abstract patterns. I'm a dock worker, not an art critic. Danny said, mentally sighing. One of Holmes's flaws is his habit of speaking as if he were an impressionist art gallery. When the British nephew is happy, he speaks in ways that only artists with a degree in poetry can understand. Bro, I could understand what he said, and I'm just gonna be honest, he sounded retarded. Basically, he doesn't want to go out at night because they're bad people. That's what he said. That's what he said. Danny would know. Danny's not dumb. Anyone with half a brain could figure this out. For the past 5 days, I've been stuck in the house. The only interesting thing I do is fix the house, cook, or do my art. I'm bored. I want to go out, eat pizza, buy something, buy a cute girl ice cream, see a movie, and be back before it gets dark. He's stuck in the house because of his own reasons. I don't like the night or the dark in general. Too many shady and scary people for my tastes. Explained Holmes, saying green in the face what he wants to do. Saying green in the face, what the shit? If you want to go out, why not do it alone? Taylor asked, clearly not wanting to go interact with more people than she had to. You know, walk out. Yeah, the only person keeping him locked up is himself, and we know that all this is just excuses because he explained earlier he doesn't do it. I don't know the city, and I possess a bad sense of direction. I need a guide. From what I've seen, Tay-Tay, you don't have any after-school programs, and you didn't get out more than myself. She takes a jog every day. Maybe a more colorful outfit would be good, like a red sweatshirt or some accessories. Danny, what do you think? Wait, by the way, Taylor isn't even 15 in this, isn't she? It's an entire year from Leviathan. Taylor is 14 at this point. Yeah, okay. Holmes said, shifting the discussion to Danny, who's still processing the situation. Bro, dock workers are not imbeciles. These are the same people who think with their actions and then do them in very quick succession. These are not idiots. They are not slow. They are not mentally underdeveloped. And plus, he's the head of hiring. Being intelligent and being a head of hiring go hand in hand. Maybe a more colorful outfit would be good, like a red, whatever. Al, I don't think hanging out with your cousin and having fun at the mall is going to hurt anyone. Danny said, deciding that Holmes can take Taylor out of the house. Why is Danny not going with Taylor? This is Brockton Bay. Brr, 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 brr. I'm going to change, but Harold will have to pay anything we buy or eat. With what money? Do they even know he has money? Also, red is not be good for Taylor. What would be good for Taylor is black, gray, not white, yeah, black and gray. That's pretty much it. Yeah, but they don't know that. They don't know that. We don't know that. So, we're going to just have to say, they just know he has money somehow. He probably got a job. In the 4 days, like, he could have gotten a job, but he hasn't done shit. Notice that Harold could have racked up income for this entire family, made it actually a decent family, helped Taylor, all by working as a chef. Like, okay then. Taylor said, getting up from the chair and heading upstairs to change clothes. First of all, call me H3 or Holmes, preferably Arno. You can't see this, but my eyes are wary, my soul is tainted, my powers destined to collapse. You know what? I'm gonna turn this event public. How do I do that? Here, hold on. I'll exit and end this event, and then we'll just start it again, and I'll make it public. Okay, so the event is gonna start again. Start anew! Here the event is! Now, with the event now public, people from from nowhere, bumfuck nowhere, can join in. They are now allowed into the amazing, wonderful Sugoi Arrow event channel. And somebody just did something in real life. I think it was one of the dogs. Who cares about what dogs do? Let's care about what we do. And please don't change your hairstyle to pigtails. I've already become Shiremia with Misaka Makoto Sparkles. I don't want to have a Rin-style tsundere girl or Kohai who like Kuroko in my life, said Holmes, referring to the Nasuverse and Toruverse. Too bad these series do not exist in this world, and no one can understand their meaning. If they did, they would have beaten the shit out of you. Holmes, I'm glad to see that you're trying to make friends with Taylor. Ever since Annette died, things have been changed for the worse. Your arrival in this house is helping a lot. Taylor seems to be smiling more often, and I can see that the house looks a few years younger. Will you promise to take care of Taylor? Why is he going on this entire... Why did Danny just monologue? Why is Danny explaining... Danny would have just said, take care of Taylor, alright? Yeah. Danny said, wanting to know if he can give Holmes his most prized possession. I will gladly... Oh, wait. Wait, never mind. Yeah, that was right. Holmes replied, as a little voice in his head is thinking that the plan to create a cyber capery is becoming more and more improbable and impossible. Alright. That plan. The plan that would have fucked over everything. Cyber Capri. Cyber Capri. Good idea, genius. Why was that one of his plans? This guy's a fucking idiot. He can't think of anything else. Hanging out with Taylor as a tour guide was informative enough. Yeah, that's what Danny's doing. I learn geography and where to go or not go if I don't want to get in trouble with gangsters. I wasn't kidding when I said I was bad at directions. I'm not Zorro, unable to go straight down the road, but I need to keep Taylor close to me so I wouldn't get lost on the road. Look, do you have a mental disability that involves how you can see things? How you understand directions? What is this? What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, I needed help to get so I wouldn't get lost on the road. Bro, it's a fucking road. Follow it. Clearly, the writers didn't exaggerate when they talked about the difference between the rich and poor areas of this city. One street was in ruins with shoddy buildings, occupied with working class or underworld people, while 3 streets over there are huge mansions, paved roads, cops around, and lots of people in expensive clothes, almost all of them white. Brockton Bay, capital city of the neo-Nazis, is no exaggeration. I wonder why Nazis, among all the bad things it could be, because they were Nazis. Why not be Stalinists, communists, or fascists? Fascists are Nazis. Nazis are fascists. Stalinists are communists. Why are you saying not why Nazis? Why not Stalinists? Why not communists? Why not fascists? First of all, fascists are way better than communists and Stalinists. At least Nazi ideology isn't retarded. Okay, that's basically the point there. And all of them have the same amount of Nazis are fascists, yeah. But all of them have the same amount of danger. Why the fuck do you want more of them? Each of them is an evil to be eradicated, but Nazis, they're the worst ever. They created Magneto and a lot of creepy stuff. What? Nazis didn't create Magneto, you fucking idiot. Magneto was created by Marvel. Anyways, Nazis also are not the worst ever. The worst ever is Stalin. A guy in a position of power who killed 6 million of his own men. Compared to, actually more than that. Compared to Hitler's 6 million of Jews. Maybe starting a world war. Stalin at least hurt his own country massively. I don't know why you want Stalinists or communists. Their political ideology is worse than the Nazis. Personal note, kill Kaiser with a bomb or run him over with a Batmobile. Both of those would get fucking crushed by Kaiser. Kaiser's made of metal. He turns himself into metal, he turns everything around him into a bunch of spikes. Now the Batmobile's broken, destroyed. And, not only that, a bomb does not work against some guy who's just encased himself in a bunch of metal. You throw a grenade at a steel wall around 14 inches thick, and you tell me the result. You tell me if that works or not. Because that's what you're saying. Kill Kaiser with a bomb. After they destroyed the Empire 88, go to dear old Europe and continue work of exterminating the Hydra fanboys. Hydra does not exist in this universe at all. There is no mention of Hydra except in the Marvel Comics, which nobody else reads, and Worm, because Marvel Comics as a whole had died. Not only that, but Hydra is nowhere near as bad as the Gisselcraft. The Gisselcraft is a bunch of people who basically force triggers people. These motherfuckers are worse than Hydra. They are worse than Hitler, and not only that, they have power to back them up. Unlike Hydra, which is typically a bunch of idiots. If you want to compare Hydra to the Gisselcraft, you'll realize how fucked Hydra is if they fight the Gisselcraft. These motherfuckers do not play around. Hydra would get their ass steamrolled. Not only that, but these people are not even mundane people. These are all parahumans, mostly. They force a lot of their own military to go through this extremely traumatizing event, and it only further causes more loyalty because of how they designed it. These are not idiots who you can just go around and kill. It's already stupid enough that you think you can destroy the Empire 88. Thinking you can go destroy the Gisselcraft is like saying you can go kill a Leviathan. You are not going to go kill Leviathan. You are a weakling. You are pathetic. You are a faggot. You are an idiot. I don't know why I called you a faggot. We already knew that. You're too horny for your own good. Level a city in a few seconds. No. No, he can't. Even in the Toruverse, the Esper who knew lightning couldn't level a city in a few seconds. It took a shit ton of power, and she would have fucking killed herself using all of it. She can't level a city. And this guy clearly would get his ass steamrolled if he tried to fight the Gisselcraft, because they'll basically punish him with thinker attacks. Alright. One street was in ruins, with whatever. Ignoring geography that can destroy a tower when she pushed up to level 6. Destroying a tower is nowhere near as strong as leveling a city. Leveling a city takes so much energy that mere lightning will never work. It'll take over a trillion lightning bolts just to level a few blocks of the city. She is not going to destroy the city in a few seconds. He is not going to either. This guy's not even a level 4 Esper. He's a level 1. And the difference between social and racial classes. Taylor and I arrived at the mall, chock full of carefree teenagers and busy adults. The mall probably would get shut down, but it should not be chock full of teenagers. This is 2011. People stopped using the mall. It'll take them a lot longer, Eternal, because this guy's using V2, so he's gonna get a shit ton of useless perks before he actually gets any combat ones. Either V2 or V3. To make long story short, Taylor and I walked the entire length of the mall. A trip to the clothing store to get a blue scarf for me and a crimson jacket for Taylor, although I had to insist and say it was an early Christmas present. What? What? He's crimson for Taylor. Taylor would look so bad in that. Okay. I was going to buy a fedora to complete my look, but Taylor convinced me not to. Plus, wearing a fedora might incite Contessa. Why do so many people hate the good hat fedora? Fedoras look good, okay? Just because everyone tips their fucking fedoras like pedestrian idiots doesn't mean it's a bad hat. It's a fucking good-looking fashion accessory. It adds to the professionalism of a suit and tie. But the fedora you think is gonna look good will look absolutely terrible on you. You do not know your fashion. You should stop trying to know your fashion because you'll never know your fashion. You're a fucking loser. Neckbeards don't even wear fedoras. The only people who wear fedoras are the professional people. Very rarely will you see an idiot wearing a fedora. You'll usually see people who know that it goes good with their suit, and so they'll put a fedora on because it looks good. They don't put a fedora on because their head's fat, their chin's fat, and they're fucking fat. No one does that. No one should do that. You should shoot those people. Well, not really. That'd be a dick move for such a little... Who cares? Why, good afternoon, my friends and family. It is me, Killer Pedestrian Man. Man, there's so little people joining this event, even though I put it on public. That is unfortunate. It doesn't make any logical sense, but better to not tempt fate. At least until I have confirmation that the Celestial Forge doesn't make me Oracle proof. Well, if you have the confirmation it doesn't, well then you might as well just not fight the Simurgh for a while. We went to a bookstore, place that both Taylor and I can appreciate from the bottom of our hearts. I picked up a few classics, a few volumes of Sherlock Holmes, the Count of Monte Cristo, Sun Tzu's The Art of War, and a biography of Napoleon Bonaparte. I hate people who go in stories, go to the bookstore, buy The Art of War. Why are you buying The Art of War? And it's always the idiots who want to go fight people. Like, holy shit, I'm gonna become such a powerful man on the universe. I'll be super powerful. Read you to sleep? Am I that boring? Wait for him to bomb the school. Hero! Hero of Brockton Bay bombed Winslow High School. Bakuda would have gotten pissed if that happened. Wow, I threatened to blow up my school and I get called a criminal. But he blows up his and he gets a hero title? Bullshit! I chose these books because not only do I love Sherlock Holmes to the point of giving my character the same last name as the world's greatest detective, Batman, Conan, and L don't count. As fantastic as they are, Sherlock Holmes was the first great detective. No, he wasn't. The first great detective was Solomon. Solomon the King. You know, the guy who literally looked at two women. One was saying, "She stole my baby." The other was saying, "She stole my baby." And he decided, yeah, I know which one stole the real baby. He made a questionnaire, then boom, tricked one of them into revealing that she stole the baby. Now he, or didn't own the baby. The baby goes to the other woman. Fucking Solomon is basically prehistoric Sherlock Holmes. Clap it up for Solomon. But yeah, there are a bunch of people who way better than... Yeah. Art of War isn't even the end-all be-all military writer. Yeah, I know. Art of War is based on ancient wars, ancient battles, with rules and shit. Of course, there was no Geneva suggestion. There was only the Art of Chivalry or something. I forgot. But they didn't even know that. They just called it Bushido. They had that. There we go. Bushido. Sherlock Holmes was the first great detective, so the title goes to the first person to arrive. I chose these books to help me plan my future moves. I need Sherlock Holmes to help me find out how to solve the mystery and crimes I'm sure to encounter in my hero career. Is this right? You bought Sherlock Holmes' book? Are you a fucking retard? What the shit? What the actual fuck? Yes, let's grab a book about a fake detective who never existed, who has a bunch of ridiculous options and fuck all everything else. Not only that, but he's incredibly unrealistic. The situations are also unrealistic. How he finds out, also unrealistic. The fact that he could fake his death. And no one would even think twice. How the fuck are you supposed to use Sherlock Holmes as How to Be a Detective 101? Because let me tell you, Sherlock Holmes is 200 fucking years early for the best detective. I need to decide on a name one of these days. Count of Monte Cristo gave me an example of how to act, plan, and execute my schemes. It's a fictional story. Well, not really. It's historical fact as well, I think. But it's still a story. Bruh. Sun Tzu and Napoleon Bonaparte are needed to deepen my tactical knowledge, know when to retreat and how to attack. Napoleon Bonaparte wasn't even the greatest tactician. In fact, we've seen better tacticians. A lot better tacticians. Sun Tzu, similarly, was not also the greatest tactician. Hell, his tactics were kinda shit. They worked because he used psychology. He is psychologically better than them, so he understood them. But no one can pick up a Sun Tzu book and just learn how to do war. Napoleon Bonaparte is basically just Hitler, but worse. He was a very good one, but yes, he still is not the best. The amount of victories he has doesn't. It doesn't matter when he loses so trivially at the end. Not trivially. He just loses so bad at the end when he gets exiled. In war, he's good. But aside from that, as a leader, he sucks. Know when to retreat and not to attack. Innate knowledge of warfare will be more useful in dismantling criminal organization. If you want an innate knowledge of warfare, go ask some Marines online. Go search up Yahoo Answers. Go ask, what is the easiest way to become a Marine? Then hire yourself in the military. Now, congratulations, you're getting the training and knowledge you need. Maybe using books picked up at a modest bookstore to learn how to fight crime isn't very bright, but I have to start somewhere. Speaking of books, Taylor chose a couple of fantasy books I've never heard of. Seeing my rather unusual purchases, Taylor asked me about a few questions about my taste in literature, and how and why I bought these books. Eternally, I wonder if the girl is suspicious of my views, or if she's just that bad at socializing. Taylor's amateur questioning turned into a soon very pleasant and stimulating discussion about mystery and olives, and how Edmond Dantes carries out his revenge. We had some differences on what the Count of Monte Cristo did. I did say Edmond did what he had to, a mix of revenge and justice. Edmond Dantes, to me, is like a distant relative of Batman who never knew the golden rule: don't kill criminals. Batman killed a shit ton of criminals. What are you on about? In fact, that's most of his comics. Most of the comics, Batman murdered people. And even then, it's not a golden rule. Don't kill criminals? Go ahead. You're the vigilante. You can do whatever the fuck you want, as long as you don't get caught. Some neo-Nazi from... No, he does kill. That's the movie Batman. Batman in the comics is very different from movie Batman. If you've seen the actual original Batman movie, there was, with the Jack Nicholson Joker, right? He actually kills criminals. He kills the Joker. Batman kills the Joker in the animated TV series. Batman kills a lot of people, okay? Because everyone else has Batman not killing people doesn't mean he doesn't kill. He kills. Batman is a murderer. Never killing started rule of don't kill criminals. Anyways, Taylor believes that Edmond Dantes wasted years of his life planning his revenge. With all the treasure he found, he could have started a new life and left the past behind. I may not be a certified psychologist, but even a blind man could see the discussion of Edmond Dantes' motives for revenge was taken personally by Taylor. What? That is ironic. Because she had all the riches and could have left Brockton Bay. She didn't. She does not want revenge or to punish her bullies. She just wants to be left alone. No, she doesn't. She wants to be friends with Emma. She is 14 at this time. She does not want to be left alone. She just wants Emma back. With the treachery found, which will never happen until Taylor and/or the environment changes. Or Taylor decides, yeah, I'm no longer better than them. Because that's what she was like in 15. It doesn't need a change of character because we see that Taylor is indeed a very headstrong bitch. Yeah, remove Sophia. Just do that. Just kill Shadowstalker. She does not want to... What? This girl is sweet and naive in her own way, preferring to suffer pain instead of afflicting it. In this context, Taylor reminds me of Ken Kaneki. Taylor's Kin Kaneki combined with Sakura Mato. No! Sakura Mato didn't want to suffer pain. The reason why Sakura doesn't inflict pain on others is nothing, because she does. Sakura does inflict pain on others. Has this motherfucker seen Heaven's Feel? Sakura's an asshole. Absolute bitch. Like, holy shit. She rapes Rin in it. Like, do not think Sakura does not inflict pain. Sakura loves inflicting pain. Don't get me wrong. She indeed did suffer. But yes, she suffered in such a way that she's now a masochistic, pretty much. She is a sadistic, masochistic piece of shit. No wonder she's destined for suffering. She wasn't destined for suffering. She seems to be an accompanied caricature of all the tragedies in pop culture. What? Explain? Thank you? If you think about it, there's a little bit of Batman because he lost a parent. Hold on, what? Okay, 4 listening. That's good. Little bit of Batman because she lost a parent. He lost a parent. A little bit of Sakura because of the constant abuse. A little bit of Kaneki because of the trauma-induced insanity. In the insect arthropod theme, definitely a bit of Harley Quinn's being both manipulated and corrupted by someone dressed in purple with silver tongue. Joker for Harley, Tattletale for Taylor. At least he gets that right. Tattletale is a fucking manipulator. But Taylor isn't in the right there either. Harley is different from Taylor. Especially in this. Harley wasn't manipulated by Joker. She loved Joker. She didn't get manipulated into loving him. Not only that, but why is he going after so many pop culture references that are literally just flat surface comparisons? Please, man, do something with your life. Putting Taylor's psychoanalysis aside, we are deciding whether to get ice cream or pizza before going to see a movie, then deciding what kind of movie to see. Maybe Eternal, maybe. Just maybe, you never know. After some small talk, I got a large ice cream with 4 cups, strawberry cherry, melon, lemon, added some cream and candy. This motherfucker eats the shittiest ice cream in the goddamn world. 4 scoops, and he calls them cups. 4 scoops, strawberry, cherry, melon, and lemon. These are not flavors you put together. Why are you eating this? And you're adding candy? What kind of candy? Did you pour some M&Ms on your ice cream? Taylor receives a simple vanilla sundae. She has, besides the books, not a speck of taste in anything else. The abuse can explain why she dresses and acts like an emo girl, but taking a simple vanilla ice cream, you need professional help. It's a sundae, it's not vanilla ice cream. It's vanilla ice cream mixed with hot fudge, thus a sundae. Does this guy know what his ice creams are? Yeah. This guy should be fat. This guy eats too much. Why the fuck is he going in for... whatever the fuck. What was the name of the psychologist woman who cured the fairy queen? Maybe get a gift that specializes in child therapy, and maybe I can fix Taylor. You don't need to fix Taylor. She's fine. She's perfectly fucking fine. And also, no, it was Dr. Yamada that fixed the GU. Contessa can't path Glestiga, Yuane or whatever the fuck. Yuani. Contessa can't path her. Contessa can't path, a few S-class threats. Taylor after the trigger is a retard. That, or else I should start using hypnosis to remove her more traumatic memories. But I'm not any good at using hypnosis. I focused more on reinforcement, which personally seems more useful and practical. Hypnosis is actually very useful and practical. You want to know what hypnosis is good for? Detectiving. You want to know what else hypnosis is good for? Causing someone like Lung to revert to his normal health, you know? You want to know what else hypnosis is good for? Removing master influences. None. She has no traumatic experiences. I began to regret choosing an Electromaster type Esper instead of a telepathic type Esper. Telepathic Espers are the weakest of them all. Honestly, none of them should even become level 5. They're useless. But taking into account Worm's huge fear of mind readers, they have no fear of mind readers. There's no such thing as a mind reader. And how corrupting such a power can be to the user. It would kill you, actually. Seeing the thoughts of everyone you see would be so depraved, you would literally kill yourself in 4 days. Better to be a simple lightning shooter than a mind reader, even if it will take me 10 years to get to level 5 and run Railgun all mine. Honestly, I don't know why he's still not mastering Magecraft. He has entire fucking days, weeks, and months to master Magecraft. He's not doing shit in Magecraft. He's not learning the best system he has and will have for the next 4 fucking days on this. God damn it. Oh, I need to find a way to reduce the time it takes me to get to level 5. With Cyan going crazy, in 2 to 3 years I have to grow in strength as fast as possible. He bombs the school. Oh my fucking god. Also, level 5 ESPers are going to be absolutely useless against Zion. He's just gonna snap his fingers and they die. Even Accelerator will not be able to fight Zion. Also, if you could choose, why didn't you choose Accelerator? Why'd you choose Electromaster? What's the point? Oh, I should have chosen Telepath. Why'd you not choose Accelerator, dumbass? Well, Worm isn't supernatural effects, technically. But it operates on a scientific basis, much like ESPers. Or are ESPers supernatural now? But Imagine Breaker works on ESPers. It still would have been useless against Zion. Imagine Breaker doesn't do shit against Zion. Imagine Breaker would have fucking obliterated nothing. Zion would have just fucking stinged him. Boom, he's dead now. Did I get pinged? What I got pinged for? Oh, bug error, people. Somebody... Moderator. Can somebody take care of this? Alright, I got it. Wait. What's going on? Okay. Well, that was that. Sorry, that was just something. Sufficiently advanced technology. Yeah. That's all they are. Stop bad thoughts! Think positive thoughts! Thought thinking positive! What Esper level do I need to be able to manipulate technology and make my life much easier? Level 4. If I remember correctly, Esper levels are level 0. Normal people have powers that are weak to the point of non-existence, but you may have the potential to develop powers. Level 1. My current level. Powers at this level can bend a spoon. In my case, turn on a light bulb? Yeah, Accelerator is clearly the best option for Worm, but even then, most of things in Worm rely on such bullshit that vectors don't matter. For example, we are going to look at Sting. Vector manipulation does jack shit to Sting. Sting pierces through it, kills Accelerator. Stilling. Stilling, I don't know why we need to talk about this one. They'll just ignore that one. Stilling just rip Accelerator. Then we have Legend. Faster than light. You're not going to be able to react in time to manipulate the vectors, and if you do, you're still going to get hit. Because there's more. A lot more. What else? Alexandria. All you're going to be able to do is manipulate the vectors of Alexandria to go the other way. Her accidentally brushing past you can hurt the fuck out of you already. So, be prepared for that. Eidolon. Eidolon's Eidolon. No need to talk about that one. GU. GU's GU. No need to talk about that one. Grey Boy. Good fucking luck manipulating Grey Boy. Siberian. Good fucking luck again. Jack Slash. There are no vectors. Automatic protection doesn't work a lot against things that are designed to pierce it. Okay, thank you, Geek. So, it wouldn't... Imagine Breaker would be fucking useless in Worm, because parahuman effects are not magic. They work just on technology. I didn't know that. Okay. Well, in that case, poor Imagine Breaker. You just got your hand chopped in half by... And then a fucking rage dragon blew you up. Sad boy hours. Sad boy. Stilling would just nullify the aim field entirely. There are trump powers that basically work ridiculously well, like Shamrock, Shaker Trump, I think. Basically, you accidentally fall, trip, and kill yourself. Don't ask me how. But Accelerator can reasonably face anything small. People like Sleeper or Ashbeast in that level do not try. Thank you. A busted version of a Thinker Blind Spot. I don't think it'd be a Thinker Blind Spot because Imagine Breaker doesn't do jack shit against calculations. Shamrock is an Esper? That'd be interesting. But, how thinkers work is no magic. No need for magic. Magic no exist all. It's all done with calculations for, like, 2 plus 2. This person's moves to the left, therefore, when he'll move his right leg forward. That's what the shards do. It's not actually predicting the future. Well, actually, it is actually predicting the future, but it's not actual precognition. Like seeing the future. It's predicting it, but it's not seeing it, so it can be wrong. But Imagine Breaker can't do anything against that because that's just math. Imagine Breaker cannot beat math. Nothing can beat math. Math is so boring that it can kill you. It causes many of people to commit suicide every year. Imagine Breaker only works as a plot device. Zeely versus Imagine Breaker. Alright. Also, I'd like to point out that this motherfucker, Roast Taylor, says she needs help for getting vanilla ice cream. What a fucking weirdo. Level 2. Powers not very useful in everyday life, still limited. Level 3. Powers are considered convenient in everyday life. From the point of view, skills is a level we just started treating as part of the elite. Yeah, this guy is a fucking weirdo. And now there's something stronger than Cthulhu. So Lovecraftian horrors versus the bullshit of math. Math, it changes every day. Anyways. Power level 4. Powers to extend to the wielder acquires a tactical view of military strength. I mean, yeah, he is low tier, but still. Low tier Cthulhu is still infinite in power, according to Lovecraftian horror. Level 5. Powers such that the wielder can fight alone against a military force on equal terms. It will take 10 years to get this level for me. 5 years, maybe less, if I start fighting Nazis and other criminals at least once every 3 weeks. You will never get to level 5 in 10 years. Or 5. You want to know why? Because you're not in Toruverse. You can't fight other ESPers. You are going to be fighting very few ESPers. In fact, it took 10 years for people actually trying to fight. People on their own level and above. You do not have that. You have Magecraft, though. I'm sure you can use that because it's actually useful. If I get a gift to help me in training, I might decrease the time it takes to evolve and more. Why would you get a gift to help you in training? What are you talking about? The theoretical level 6. It's not theoretical. Powers of a level that are considered immeasurable. They're not immeasurable. However, no one has yet been able to reach it. Yes, they have. I could reach it in 250 years if it was possible for me to live so long. Then how'd someone acquire it in 30? Explain to me the logic. Why do you need 250 years? I don't watch Toruverse. I don't care about it. I think it's a load of shit. Especially with how everyone keeps, like, making the wizard guy who made ESPers so powerful. Fuck that guy, he's a loser. But I know for a fact that this motherfucker hasn't even done any research in Toruverse. This motherfucker doesn't even realize how to speak. Where can you read this fic? Welcome to fanfiction.net, my friend. Here you go. Oh, I need to take a break. Yo, Eternal, you want to continue reading? You want to read for me, Eternal? Does anyone else want to read? Fucking hate this story. Gay as shit. Story is retarded. Muy retardé. Muy uninteligente. El estúpido es muy grande. En la libro. 300,000 words. Yeah, and we're only on chapter 2. Apparently being a high-level Electromaster can make you immune to mind control. Maybe ESP or mind control, but the mind control that comes not from controlling the brain, but like the Force? Yeah, no. Yeah, no. No, it won't. The reason why Electromaster can make you immune to mind control is only because of how nerves work. You know, nerves get shock, electricity, where the fuck flows through them. Yeah, they control that. But that only works against worm mind controllers, but not people like Kepri, who basically hijack everything. Your body's functions, not your brain's. They don't care about your brain. They just care about your body now. Maybe. But I think mine's more likely. Magnetic mind control, hypnosis, etc. Yeah, okay, so it is about aim field, and because pheromones will go through the aim field, so it's definitely not the nerve network. She can't control that finally, apparently, then. So, yeah, it's about the weaker level. Aim field is strong. Big gold energy on that aim field there. And it's gonna be absolutely fucking useless against anyone in Worm, then, because these motherfuckers manipulate the brain. The brain is their playhouse. They play with the brain. The brain! Okay. So you guys want to end the thing here? We'll do this, like, I don't know, some other time. Was it at least entertaining, my comrades? Finna disappear. Wow. You know, yeah, of course you enjoy the ranting more than the story. My rants are good. My rants are enjoyable. I has experience ranting. Keep going. Alright, I'm gonna go take a bathroom break and then I'll keep rooting. Okay. All right. Comrade. All right. Yo, you guys ever like just like I don't have a wireless headset. I have a wired headset. You ever just grab the cord and play with it a little bit, you know? Just throw it around. That's what I do. That might just be my ADHD, though. Who knows? It's fun. Come on. No. I have a wired. That's what I said. Was I speaking too fast? Was I speaking too fast for you? Explain to me. Ba 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 ba. Da ba da ba. So, minimize that. If I get gift in, I could reach it within. If I can live past the next 2 years, I'll consider myself lucky. As we eat ice cream, we amble toward the movie theater. Feeder. I said feeder. I didn't say theater, I said feeder. What a fucking idiot I am. I swear, if Taylor proposes something sad and melancholy, I will slap her. Yeah, she should slap you. You're a fucking loser. First of all, you insult Danny. If that's not bad enough, you insult him to his face. You immediately, as soon as you see him, you go, wow, deadbeat dad. Like, holy shit, this guy's assholeish. She should slap you. You insult her dad. Then you insult her. Call her a bitch, a cunt, a little fag, whatever the fuck. So much you said shit. Not only that, but you're horny as shit. You're trying to sleep with her, too. You're saying you don't want to, but we all know that you are hinting towards it. This is why she should slap you. This is why your character sucks, and this is why Chapter 2 has been a fucking pain. Hinting, yes. He's trying to denounce it over and over, but he's always giving the impression of, oh yeah, let me bang Taylor. The world is bleak enough for my taste. A comedy with some action does wonders for the mood. We can watch an action movie with Jason Statham. Oddly enough, I have a hankering to see a Fast and Furious marathon. Negging. What is negging? What is negging? Explain to me. I know what nagging is, but I don't know what negging is. I find myself wrapping the headset cord around my finger over and over. Man, I need something to do. What is negging? Come on, comrade, just go to Wikipedia. Fine, I'll do it myself. What is negging? A terrible method of pickup art. Oh, that one. Okay. I remember someone talking about that last time. Oh, okay. So far, everything is falling into place, especially since Celestial Forge Core is filling up very nicely. I feel it is just short of gaining numerous small benefits, or a huge advantage. If I had more control over this power of targeted gifts regarding nanotechnology and resources to build tools and gadgets. Alright, I'm done with that voice.
POV, Emma Barnes. My day just ended and I feel very she-bad. If I had a bigger vocabulary, I would make a long list of synonyms about how bad I feel. Of course, that's not the reason for feeling sick. Oh no, the cause of sickness is right in front of me. I was going to leave the copy shop and go buy some new shoes and take a day to get my next modeling job. Instead, I was forced to watch as something impossible happens. Taylor smiles as she and an incredibly attractive foreign boy walk through the mall together, each eating ice cream. This is impossible!
Okay, Emma. Miss OOC as fuck. Holy shit.
Impossible! There is no way a girl as weak as Taylor can never have a handsome boyfriend. It has to be illegal. A crime against nature, something that goes against the physics laws. As it happened, I don't even understand why the pretty boy would even date the ugly bitch.
Can we just be honest? This guy, so much ego that every character has to fucking tell it. Say it in POV. Like, okay, bro, you're incredibly attractive, every fucking hour. 2 minutes into the reading, incredibly attractive guy. Another 4, incredibly attractive guy. Another 4, incredibly attractive guy. Another 7, incredibly attractive guy. We get it. Shut up. No one cares. No one cares. You look like King Arthur. Of course you're attractive. For the fucking last time, just shut the fuck up about it. I hate this story. It's coarse and rough, and it's everywhere. It's all over the place. Don't even do a passable job making people have their own taste. Yeah. Every character just loves the blonde, green eye, beautiful chin, very sharp and angular. Look at that face, those rising, flushed cheeks, healthy eyes. They all like that person. Every one of them. They don't like the overly muscular men. No, they don't like those people. They don't like the cute, nerdy boy. No. They don't have taste. The only taste they have, German. They want some German in them. German sausage. Like Jesus fucking Christ. You know what? Would it be rude to request read anything? Although I know it isn't, as he gets perked that make him from idiot to from someone that is really intelligent. Well, that would be possible if we did a Greg with Celestial Forge. Now that's interesting. Celestial Forge Greg. Also, about Greg Veter versus the World, I think Greg Veter versus the World would have been better if Greg started trying to date Taylor. Emma coming out of the blue dating Greg in that story made no fucking sense. Sorry if I spoiled you. There were gonna be spoils for stories anyways. I also watched Cabin in the Woods yesterday. Last night, in fact. Cabin in the Woods. Fucking love it. Good. Chapter 3. Isn't it like chapter 62? Was it? I forgot how large Greg Veter versus the World was. I have no idea what fucking chapter it came from, but I just know that it came out of nowhere. Emma just suddenly loves Greg. For some reason. Anyways, Cabin in the Woods. That's an excellent horror movie. Cabin in the Woods is basic. The only thing I hated about Cabin in the Woods was the ancient ones. Fuck those guys. They remind me of the audience. They apparently are the audience. I hate the audience. Fuck the audience. Ironwood. Isn't Ironwood that shitty fic about that fourth Endbringer being a very nice guy who wanted to speak to Steve Rogers or something? No, not Steve Rogers. Steve Rogers. Fucking Captain America, right? Is that Steve Rogers? Anyways, Mr. Rogers. It wasn't a talk show host. It was the children mascot guy. That's who he wanted to speak to. The guy who inspired Help Within or whatever the fuck. And I honestly hate... No, I hate Ironwood. Ironwood's... It's bad. The Endbringer? Bad. The new Endbringers? Bad. I didn't like it. What is Invader about? SI into Greg Veter that runs on porn logic. That sounds retarded. I do not want an SI in Greg Veter. I also do not care about smut. A Greg Veter... Look, self-inserts into characters are boring unless it actually has plot reason. It has to be a decent character with enough world building. It cannot just be a random bumfuck character that no one else cares about. It's why I hate fics that self-insert to Greg Veter. Just write a story about Greg Veter. I know you may hate him, but it'll be infinitely more entertaining than the garbage you try putting out. What about Kansu? Why did you... What is this about? Kansu is not a good endbringer. He's evil. He bad. Afro-American self-insert with Superman power. Oh, not morality. Kansu, as a character, he's good. I like Kansu. Kansu is interesting. He's the perfect Zion counter. That's why he was made. Which is why I like Kansu. Kansu also looks very stupid, very fat, and his power is very interesting. Superman power will get deleted from SB. Let me look a little bit the story again. My new life. What do you mean? Whatever the fuck. Skip down a little. Once you're out of school, what do you want to become? A happily married housewife? Whatever the fuck. Master Oogway, then the turtle who talks like Master Yoda. How dare you call the turtle talking like Master Yoda? Master Yoda's way better than Master Oogway. Master Oogway is a wannabe Yoda. Don't you disrespect Master Yoda like that, bro. Where do you get them from? Inside a fortune cookie? Call me H3 Holmes or Arno. Stop! H3, you sound stupid. Also, Holmes, why call you by your last name? This isn't Japan. You mean the one Sith? Count Dooku wasn't a Sith Lord. As much as people try saying he is, he's not. Count Dooku is still a Jedi, at the end of the day. He didn't have yellow eyes. He didn't involve himself within all of the dark side of the Force. He was never a real Sith Lord. And Sidious was the most powerful Sith Lord for the last 1,000 years. Even if we look at Plagueis, Sidious matches Plagueis a lot of the times. The only reason Sidious ever loses against Plagueis is because Plagueis just has way more control over the Force than Sidious does. But Sidious is undoubtedly very good. He can match Mace Windu in a fight. You know, the same motherfucker who can, beat Yoda. Mace Windu is one of the best top tiers. Not only that, but Mace Windu is equal to Count Dooku in sword skill. And we all know Yoda sucks in sword skill because he loses to it against Count Dooku. Well, he doesn't suck at it. He's really good. It's just that compared to the Sith Lord Sidious, Sith Lord Sidious, compared to Count Dooku and compared to Mace Windu, he falls short. Also, Samuel L. Jackson smiling after saying yes, he can have a purple lightsaber was cool as shit. Purple lightsaber. But yeah, there's only one Sith Lord, which Sidious? The Phantom Menace through the prequel Sidious. When in the movies did Yoda actually succeed at what he was doing? Well, the Wookiee place. The one thing he was gonna do. Yoda isn't the Grand Master anymore of the Jedi. He doesn't, as much as he's part of the Council, he's one of the few Jedi who no longer involves themselves. Because he's that old. Before the end of the war, and also end of the battle, he bailed after Order 66. Expanded Universe Sidious is still episodes 1 to 3 Sidious, except weaker. Well, no, Expanded Universe Sidious is a little bit stronger because he has more feats. He was Grandmaster before the Clone Wars, but abdicated to Mace before Anakin came into being. Before Anakin reached the Jedi Temple, if I recall. It was either that or after Anakin became a Jedi. He was the Grand Master for a long time, too. The reason why Yoda seems incompetent is because Sidious is just that good at manipulating people. Yoda isn't incompetent. He's just focused way too much on the beliefs. Everyone in the expanded universe was stupid powerful. The fact that Yoda could stand up to expanded universe Sidious in expanded universe actually showcases just how ridiculous the Jedi were. Jedi, Jedi, Jedal, Jedalim. You wanna know something weird? In opera, if I look at in opera, I'm looking at the geek's name. On the Discord app, it's super dark colored, but on opera, light blue. No, Anakin wasn't a son of Plagueis. Plagueis was manipulating the midichlorians, so the midichlorians made Anakin. Basically, Anakin's the son of the Force. And it's why he has 20,000 midichlorians, the most anyone has ever had. Also, Rey wasn't a daughter of Sidious, she was a clone. And honestly, the sequels suck ass, should have been deleted and do not exist. They were bad movies, they ruined Star Wars. No, she isn't. She's nowhere near the most powerful Jedi in the universe. We have Darth Vader, who would fuck her up. We have Sidious, who would also fuck her up. The only reason she's the most powerful is because every other Jedi gave her a little fraction of their power. And even then, Ravon kicks her ass. You want a real most powerful Jedi? Let's look at Darth Nihilus. Darth Nihilus would have kicked her ass. In seconds, mind you. That motherfucker ate planets for breakfast. What could she do? Oh, I throw a little magic. Yeah, I mean Force user. He's not really a Jedi. Kylo Ren, more like Kylo sucks off Ben. Fuck Kylo. Kylo sucks. Actual garbage of a character. Kylo is ridiculously bad. Kylo is super gay. Bro, I hate that the fact that they fucking killed Han Solo. What the shit? Han Solo dies so stupidly. And then we have Captain Phasma. Waste of character potential. Actual waste. Finn, also stupidly hypocritical. Leia, hypocritical. Every one of them are hypocrites. Snoke was waste. As soon as Snoke was made in a fucking lab. Snoke was made in Disney lab. Disney, I'm gonna be honest, I always hated Disney. Everyone always liked Disney. Fuck Disney. Disney's a load of shit. Chinese propaganda fucking losers. They've been that way for 20 years. And it's only recently that people started to fucking realize. Mouse Squad SWAT will die. I have sword. I has sword. Sword. My sword. Why is sword pronounced sword instead of sword? Explain to me. And not only that, but why were the English noblemen only speaking French before Henry the whatever? Because they were French? No, they were English. Technically, back then everyone was French, but they were specifically English in the English area. No, there may be public high with dinosaurs. Oh yes, dinosaurs. Yeah, but they were still English. They were culturally French, but they were still English. I'm glad that they were forced to learn fucking English after Henry the 6th, 5th, 4th, whatever the... There are so many goddamn Henrys. Why can't we go back to when kings had dope-ass names like King Lionheart? King Richard the Lionheart. Now that's a fucking strong name. Now that sounds like something that'll strike fear in your enemies. Well, he specifically liked whales. Yes. I don't mean he was a good leader, I mean his name was dope. Fuck you, Scam Likely, stop calling me. His name was good. His name is strong. Unlike fucking Henry. Who the fuck gets scared by a guy named Henry? You know Henry's looking for you, boy. Henry who? Henry. King Henry. Like, what the shit? Nobody's scared of Henry. Henry's a weak-ass name. Most H names are. The Eternal. Oh wait, somebody messaged me. Damn, nice tits. This is her man's. Tell her I said nice tits. Where the fuck do you want to be buried? In them titties? Anyways. Oh, god damn it. Another fucking message. Another fucking DM. Tasalam. Do you guys want to know the most fearless motherfuckers on the planet? Arabic ghost hunters. Fucking fearless. These motherfuckers will chant a prayer and kick down the door, demand the ghosts show themselves in the name of Allah. These guys are fearless. Absolutely fearless. The strongest men I've ever met. Beyond mortal comprehension. Seriously though. How do you do that? A burqa? What the fuck is a burqa? I don't know what a burqa is. I'm not well equipped in oh. Well, I've never seen a female one. Nah, bro. We don't know if they exist. All we know is these people are fearless. They run after the danger. Last movie. And I'm specifically meaning like the YouTube videos of Greek, not Greek, Arabic people in like haunted houses and shit. Then something spooky, some spooky shit happens, like the door closes. They just run at it, screaming, "Fucking Allah!" And then something else, I think. In the name of Allah, show yourself, or some shit. Name of Allah, I beseech you. I don't know if flying spaghetti monster. I don't know. Why don't you spend much time worrying about Pastafarianism? It's such an amazing religion. Wouldn't you want to eat a flying spaghetti monster? Properly cooked. Look, the flying spaghetti monster would just be a delicious treat. Maybe not a treat, but a delicious meal nonetheless. Pastafarianism. Wasn't that like a way to go against Christianity or some shit? Fuck. Or was it just making fun of religion in general? Which one was it? Was it Christianity or religion in general? Look, the afterlife, just like Jedi, is real life religion by Poles. Is it? Is Jedi? Do people actually practice Jediism or whatever the fuck? The way of the Jedi. Where's the Sith? Where are the Sith, mate? Where are the Sith? You can be ordained legally married people in the United... Are you fucking serious? Where can I become a Jedi? I want a lightsaber. Do they actually believe in the religion? Like, is it a genuine thing? Have you talked to any? I'm a Sith Lord. That is my religion. Jediism or Jedism is a philosophy mainly based on depiction of Jedi. Jediism in 2001, when a number of people recorded their religion on as Jedi, and the national consensus is that has to be a troll. It has to be. Thou shalt kill. Thou shalt kill only when thou spoken to the killing of the killer. Thou shalt not breathe unless breathing is depicted as necessary. Enough about religion. More about funny thing. Jain Buddhist priests can marry people. That's what you meant by marry people. They can be the priests at the wedding shit. Okay. Fucking Jedis. Fucking 4 Jedis walk in. Hello there. Demanding at a Jedi temple be built on the campus. Demanded a mosque on the campus. The petition demanding the mosque reached 180,000, falling short of 200,000. Soon after, it started petitioning demanding Jedi and Buddhist. Fuck yeah, Jediism. Jedis are the only way. After all, what's more use than Jedi? Alright, well, Jediism in the Middle East. Slug throwers in Star Wars are dangerous to the Jedi. Not really, they have precognition. They're not dangerous at all. Look. Yeah, makes sense. I'm about to end the event anyways. The event's been lasting for over 2.5 hours after all. It's a big event. It's a very large event. Not very big, but very long. Not very large, but very long. Not small, long. Sound weapons are considered anti-Jedi weapons. Well, then those idiots need to start using some earmuffs. Jedi don't need to hear. They need to believe in the Force. The Force is... I am the Force and the Force is with me. You know? That type of shit. Or hell, don't even worry about sound weapons. Sound weapons don't do shit if you are precog. You just wave your hand and it's gone. You have telekinesis. Use it, dumbass. Is Salamiri does shit. What is the Salamiri? What does it mean by does shit? Anti-force? What? Is that an actual thing? Is Salamiri? Is Salamiri? You mean the Ysalamiri? Lizards that project anti-force field. Okay. Ysalamiri were furry lizard-like tree dwellers. Native, most known for their ability to repel the force by creating a force-neutral bubble. In response to predation by the force-sensitive Vornskers. I'm pretty sure Darth Vader can still kill them. They do not actually negate the Force. They projected a bubble which users were not able to exert any influence over the Force. But I'm still pretty sure that doesn't stop precognition. Precognition isn't influence over the Force, it's passive. So... yeah. Well, that's enough Star Wars. I think it's about time I head off. Do something else. You know? Oh shit, man. It's not a good night. It's like 4 p.m. I'm staying up for another 6 hours. Adios!